Hello everyone, this is going to be my first video on this channel in which I'm actually speaking and not making videos about speed or anybody else. And I just decided to change my algorithm, I guess, or my channel effect. So today, without doing a lot of talking, I'm going to be speaking about Larry Wheels and his new video, basically, where he was wrestling with Rampage Jackson. So I'm sure everybody knows who is Larry Wheels and also who Rampage Jackson is. He's a MMA fighter, or at least he used to be. Now he kind of got old. And Larry Wheels is a bodybuilder who used to blast steroids. So in the video, what's happening is that Larry Wheels has a wife or a girlfriend. I'm pretty sure she's a wife though. And she is supposed to be a supermodel, but I'm not sure what's the supermodel thing about her. Everything about her is kind of, made up, I guess, because she looks kind of unrealistic, so to say. But anyway, that's not the point of the video. So basically, in the video, Larry Wheels and Rampage Jackson, we are both training. So each one of them, we are training in each other's fields. From the beginning, Rampage Jackson was training with Larry Wheels in terms of like bodybuilding style. So doing like bench press and doing all the things that bodybuilders usually do, such as like exercising. And in the second part, Rampage Jackson was in his nature, so to say, because Larry Wheels was trying to take him down. So it was like bodybuilding style and then MMA style. And during this time, they also had Larry Wheels' wife there, who was recording a video. And basically what happened was that many people in the chat and also in the comment section saw what she was doing. So basically, people were recording Rampage Jackson, and she was also beside Rampage Jackson, while Larry Wheels was pretty much on the background talking to some kids, or I guess his fans. And she was looking at Rampage Jackson as if she was looking at some kind of like a Greek god or like Greek man of statue or something like that. So I'm gonna use a video from a guy named cked. I'm pretty sure you guys know who that guy is, who makes videos about every single person and milks that video until there is nothing to milk. So I'm going to use his video. You can go ahead and watch his video if you want fully. So basically, he is Larry Wheels is right there taking pictures, and she's adjusting the boobs. She's touching her hair. She's looking at the guy from like toes to head, hair, and pretty much everything else. So again, I'm going to just show you guys the same thing again. If a girl is looking at you like that, man, I mean, you pretty much know that you have her heart, and she's willing to do anything to get you. And that's pretty much what everybody also noticed during the video, so the full video. And it's kind of crazy because when I was actually watching a video of Larry Wheels being in Russia with, what was the name again? Yeah, Andrei Smaev. I was kind of suspicious that, Andrei Smaev was also, I guess, mentioning Larry Wheels' wife a few times in like a different way, saying that, oh, Larry Wheels, you have a great wife, you can do many things with your wife, and so on and so on. And Larry Wheels' wife was also kind of suspicious during that time. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It is really not that difficult to notice some things when it comes to women, and I'm not sure how Larry Wheels did not really notice anything when he was actually marrying this woman, because it's not that difficult. Plus, another thing is that not only she was acting in a certain way, which I have already described to you, she also has no pictures of Larry Wheels, like not even a single picture of Larry Wheels on her Instagram page, which is again another sign that she might be cheating or she might be doing some things behind your back. Because how do you say that you are married to a guy and you have zero pictures of the guy? Honestly, I don't really like the word, but that's kind of like diabolical, so to say. I mean, if I had a wife, or if you had a wife, and she's posting this like bikini picture, she's posting pictures where pretty much she's half naked, and when somebody, my follower or somebody, checks my wife's Instagram and sees that there is not a single picture of me, even in highlights, even in stories, even in as posts, and nothing. Or even if somebody like Rampage Jackson sees my wife and thinks that, oh well, she is pretty beautiful, I would like to be with her, and then she starts chatting with her because he sees the Rampage Jackson that there are pretty much no pictures of any guy, so obviously he's going to determine that she is single and she has nobody, and that's why he would obviously text her. You probably get the point. So anyway, after all that, then Rampage Jackson not Rampage Jackson, but Larry Wills made the video about all the situation. And the funny thing is, instead of backing down or not talking about it at all, or saying that, you know what, Larry, you're right, I kind of messed up, or things like that, right? She actually does not even back down, and she says things that are even worse. So I guess we can just listen to this now.
Rampage situation.
You act like Rampage already my wife, like nothing happened. I mean, they made eye contact for a little longer than...
Well, you know, I don't want to be rude or anything like that, because Larry's a good guy. I appreciate Larry because I've watched his videos many times before. I have used his highlights as my kind of like a pre-workout. But, you know, man, he probably did not in actuality, but in mind he probably did. And the thing is as well, she also did in her mind, of course. And that's really unfortunate, man. If you have a wife, I don't think she has to be thinking about other guys in a certain way. I don't think she has to be looking at other guys and adjusting her boobs pretty much, or biting her lips, or moving her tongue around her around inside the mouth, or things like that. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. And even if she didn't do it, or he didn't do it, in actuality, they both did in their mind, and I'm pretty sure about that.
He wasn't even eye contact.
I mean, from what I saw, it was.
He was talking to Antoinette and Chris, I think, and I was just zoned out, and I was just listening.
And playing with your hair and staring at him for more than what's normal. Which is fine. But
yeah, I mean, look, man, she's again reminiscing about the fact, she's thinking about the fact, and she's still touching her hair and laughing about it as if that means nothing. And she also mentioned that he was not even looking at me, he was not even making eye contact, yet you were looking at him, like you were almost like, what's the word again, like ravenous, like you wanted to eat him basically. So I don't know what's the excuse there, saying that he was even not making any eye contact with me. Like, oh man, poor guy.
it's not like you know, got a wet or anything. Like, it's fine. You just made some eye contact, whatever.
Well, that's what you do when you literally talk to people, isn't it? So that's what it is.
Okay,
so her excuse is pretty much that, which is kind of weird, because she says that you also do the same thing when you are recording videos with people. Obviously, that's how it's going to be, because he is the guy who is recording videos. You are not the person who is talking in the videos or recording videos. You are not supposed to be, or I guess, I don't know how to even explain this, man, but what she's saying is absolute bullshit. If I'm a guy whose main idea of the channel is to talk to people, obviously I'm going to look them into the eye. But you, as a girl who has nothing to do with my video, who is not even recording a video, who is just sitting by herself, like right beside me, I guess, or not beside me in this case because Larry wasn't there, like, what gives you the excuse that you can actually look at somebody for prolonged period of time, especially like that? And also, when Larry is making videos with people, especially with guys, I don't think he made many videos with girls, if he ever did, basically. But I don't think he does that. Like, I don't think he looks at those girls in a sexual way. And even if he does, these are just for the videos, and he pretty much never sees them again. So I don't know, it's kind of different, I would say, because he has to look them into the eye, and she doesn't have to look them into the eye. And by them I mean Rampage Jackson. So weird excuse, man, but whatever.
Somebody saying I have the strongest husband in every sense. I know.
Oh, thank you.
In Serbian.
Well, I guess that comment was kind of to diffuse the situation. And also, one more thing that I have noticed is that many people were saying that Larry Wills was getting cooked because she was reading all the comments that she probably shouldn't have read, such as, for example, Rampage situation was, because she made a big deal out of it now. And even if many people did not notice, now everybody does, because she read all the comments about that.
Rampage in the chat. What's good? Can't have enough of my wife, can you?
Stop that.
Can't have enough of my beautiful
No,
wife,
because
huh?
you have so many clips.
Welcome to the
Somebody said,
chat.
of course she noticed. I've noticed because everybody was saying that.
Oh man, this poor guy, bro. I don't know if you noticed, but at the end, he was sipping from a cup which had nothing in it. So it was without the water, like a free gulp or something, people call that. And bro, like, I don't know, man, just break up with her, dude. She's looking at the chat. I'm pretty sure, especially on Kick, and especially when Rampage Jackson is streaming with Larry Wills or vice versa, doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of people on the chat, and she noticed Rampage Jackson. Like, how? I don't know, dude. This is crazy. Like, what kind of eyes do you have in order to notice that Rampage Jackson is in the chat, and then say to your husband that Rampage Jackson is in the chat, while, I mean, you also had the conversation about how it was kind of disrespectful, and now you're just going to mention that he's in the chat as well. Like, that's disrespectful to like a whole new level. Like, why would you say that? And then, I mean, Larry Wills is kind of getting cucked as well, which is unfortunate because he's a good guy. And he says something like, you have not had enough of my wife, have you? Or something similar to that. Why would you even say that, bro? Just leave it at this point. Get rid of her as well. And I don't know, dude. Like, choosing a girlfriend these days is pretty difficult. And also, what I'm guessing and what I've also heard, that he did not sign the prenup, and he says that he obviously trusts her with everything, which is again another unfortunate thing and then another stupid thing, which I think is going to bite him in the ass in the future, which again I do not hope so, but I guess that's going to happen. But anyway, man, this is what I wanted to talk about. This was my first video on this channel where I was actually speaking. And if you like it, man, just leave it a like, subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next video, where I'm probably going to be discussing some other things, such as this one, or maybe other things. And also, just a minute, some video also popped up in here, so I will see this, and if it's worth it, then I will talk about it as well.
Would you still love me if I had no money and status?
Yes, I would love you. But if somebody asked me, would I start a relationship with you from the beginning if you had no money? The answer is no, I would not date somebody without money. But if it happened for him to lose money now, I would be 100% there and support him and help him out.
So what you're saying, if I didn't have money and status and I approached you, I would have gotten left on scene?
Yes.
Or maybe an unopened message in your DM?
Yes. I dated once a brokey, lost 4 years in my relationship of my life on a brokey, and never again.
Would you?
Okay, so that pretty much sums it up. I mean, if you're a girl, or if you were a girl, and if you're a guy right now, obviously you would want somebody who is going to take care of you and who is also going to have money. But saying this straight up is kind of ruthless, because pretty much what that means is that she is with Larry Wills because he has money, because he has a lot of fame, because he has I guess status. That's why she is with him, of course. And I also think that I don't think anybody knew who she was, because even now her following on Instagram is not that much. I think it was like 40,000 when I was checking if she actually had any kind of pictures with him, and it was like 40 or 50,000, which is not a lot, especially for somebody who claims to be a supermodel. And obviously, if he didn't have money, even if he doesn't have money, or in the future something happens and he has no money in the future, I'm 100% sure that she's going to break up with him, and she's going to either find somebody else, or she's going to go with Rampage Jackson for just a one-night stand, I guess. Because it's crazy, man. It is actually crazy. I don't know if you can actually find any woman in this day and age who actually finds you attractive because of who you are, and not because of your status or your money. Okay, so I was making some food and I was looking at TikTok videos in order to keep myself company, and I came across this video where Larry and his wife are talking about the same thing again, but she disrespects the hell out of him again, and he does absolutely nothing about it. Obviously, he cannot really do anything about it at the moment, but I hope that he actually I don't know, does something and breaks up without losing much of his money or much of his property. Yeah, let's just watch the video, and I'll show you what she says.
I haven't checked my sperm count. Would you be open to adopting something?
I mean, we have other options, so probably I wouldn't want to adopt. It has to be somebody who looks like you, so maybe we get sperm from The Rock.
Okay, mind you, this is all happening during the stream where she talks about Rampage Jackson, and where he also talks about Rampage Jackson, saying that he doesn't like how she was looking at Rampage Jackson. He also asks her, I'm pretty sure, if he likes the guy, or if he was looking at the guy, or if she was looking at the guy, and she doesn't say no, she doesn't say anything, she just laughs it off like as nothing happened. And in the same stream, she's talking about not adopting a guy or not adopting a kid, instead getting sperm from somebody else in front of his own husband. This is actually crazy, man. Like, I have no idea why Larry is taking all this disrespect. He even says in the video somewhere that he's not getting cucked and he's not a cuck or something. But the way she's acting, and after that, if they are both together still, I would consider him being a cuck. I'm not going to lie. Even though, again, as I said, I like the guy, I appreciate the guy because he taught me many things. He also gave me motivation and so on. He is a good guy. And the worst thing about this is that this is his own TikTok. So he basically put this on his own TikTok. He's pretty much getting disrespected in front of everybody, and he's uploading it on his own TikTok, which is, again, crazy, dude. Like, why would you do this to yourself? I don't think many people would notice this, but you are just publicly shaming yourself at this point.
I'm a fan of The Rock, but no.
Well, what's wrong? Like, if you're infertile, he just can be a donor, not actually doing anything. Just he can be a donor, so we have somebody that resembles you.
I'd have a hard time raising someone else's kid. I don't care who it is, even in The Rock. I don't care who it is.
Would you say really no?
Okay, dude, like, first it was Andrei Smaev. I'm sure she was looking at him in a different way. I'm pretty sure I have also noticed that with Andrei Smaev. And then it was Rampage Jackson, and the same day she's talking about The Rock. I don't know what is wrong with her. Why is she so, I guess, I don't know if I would call it horny, but what is wrong with you, dude? This guy is your husband beside you, and you are talking about like 3 different guys doing things to you that he wouldn't like to see or he wouldn't like to hear. Like, first of all, when you said that, like during, I guess, half of the video is like 40 seconds. So in 20 seconds, you said something that you also realized that he didn't like. Larry didn't like what you said. You could have just taken it back, saying that, oh, I was just kidding, there is nothing serious about that. Obviously we can check your sperm. If it's good, then obviously we can do something about it and we can maybe have a child or something like that. And instead of saying that, she actually goes on to say even worse things, like saying that if you are infertile, whatever she said, like, if you cannot have a child, then obviously I'm going to sleep with somebody else in order to get a child, or I don't know, man. And also, what's the worst part is that I'm sure that The Rock is also infertile, because I don't think he can also have kids because of all the steroids he's been using. Again, I'm not certain about what he's been using, but as people are saying, he's on steroids, so I don't think he's also fertile either. And saying that to Larry Wills, that The Rock would be fertile and you are not, is actually, again, even more disrespectful, because you are actually planning or have in mind having sex with The Rock, knowing that he's most likely also infertile, in front of your husband. You probably get the point where I'm trying to get with this, but man, this is actually sad, bro. Like, and you also posting this, Larry, what are you doing, dude? Like, what are you doing? Do you need like a chair in a room so you can sit there and watch? Are you guys even intimate with each other? Or what is going on here? Man, this is actually crazy, dude. Hopefully he does something where he keeps the properties, he keeps the status, and he's not considered to be a cuck in the near future. And hopefully he ends up being good, man. But yeah, man, that was pretty much what I want to say. This is a crazy situation with Larry Wills, something that I would never expect from him. But I guess, unfortunately, shit happens.